let's put on our thinking caps. Let's grab a pen and a paper and let's experience the beautiful intellectualism that comes baked into this little tiny makeup product. Hello to your homegirls. What's up? This was supposed to be a makeup and coffee, but I have a new palette, so I was like, let's do 3 looks, 1 palette. I got this Lancôme X Louvre from Macy's during the Black Friday sales. This packaging is absolutely nutty. This has been on my wish list for a while now, and Black Friday was the cheapest it ever got, so I decided to pick it up. I've been picking up palettes and putting them under my Christmas tree, but baby, this could not stay under my Christmas tree. I had to see what was up immediately. What we're going to do here is we're going to go into my singles to grab some mattes. My single palette is half Juvia's Place, half Cara Beauty. This shade is Katsina from the Saharan palette. Is it the Saharan or the Sahara? Yeah, it was fun to pair this palette with different mattes in my collection. So I'm putting that down for a transition. And then, baby, I need black shadow rehab because I did not mean to use black shadow. I was going to see my primary care doctor. Like, I just can't help it. If I see black shadow, I'm gonna use it. Like, I need help. I don't know how to chill, but I just love it. I love black shadow. That shade is from the Nubian Coral 3. I'll put in the cards me putting this palette together, breaking down various palettes to make DIY singles. I love this palette. I really feel like if you are, if your complexion is nuanced, putting together your own shadows, picking out shadows yourself will make for amazing palettes. No one knows what colors you need like you. I love Juvia's Place too. Like, I love the blend. Like, look at the blend. Amaze. This is the only shadow I'm pulling from my Cara Beauty side. That is from the Static Serenity palette. I'll put the shade name on the screen. I don't remember. But look how pretty that blend is. I loved it. My base was not eating today because y'all know I just bought that Mario powder. And I tried to use it under the eye. It is not an under the eye powder. It is an all over the face powder. So my under eye was looking weird. And then I also was trying to color correct. And my color correct was coming through. It was just terrible base, honey. And then my skin is tripping out. All I'm doing in the inner corner is using the same exact shades that I use on the outer corner. But my skin is tripping out. You can see I have a milia outbreak, and it's so sad. It's breaking my heart. I am skin obsessed, and for my skin to be acting this way is so nutty. I'm not even done with this video. Like, I'm just doing this voiceover because I'm procrastinating. But I gotta let my skin chill out before I haven't been wearing makeup. It's crazy. It's so sucky. You can see on my cheeks, like, it's bad. I hate it so much. Here, I was trying to decide if I wanted to lay down a base before going into the shimmer, like a matte base. Y'all know I don't use glitter glue, but I decided to just keep the skin bare. And I'm going to go into the green in this palette. Now, you can see that, well, I'll talk more about it at the end of the video, but you can see, like, that's kind of multi-chromey in the palette. It's so pretty. I didn't even mean to go straight for the green. It was just because I chose this t-shirt this morning, so I ended up wearing the green. But I wanted to go neutral. I wanted to go for the neutrals, but it just so happened that we're starting off with the green. And this is, spoiler alert, the most gorgeous shade in this palette. I am going to share my little bathroom flash test thing at the end of this look, but this green is so freaking pretty. It's so pretty. I really loved this smoky green snake Slytherin look. I thought this look was so poppin'. I loved it so much. I try to do green smoky eyes all the time and they never really come out right. But this shade, I was showing y'all that in the back is shade names. And I was going to go into, I'm going to go into the marble shade and put that in my brow to highlight. But this palette, baby, got to turn your thinking cap on. There's a lot of intellectualism that's associated with this palette. We'll talk more about it at the end, but this is very beautiful. I know Lisa Eldridge is involved in the creation of this palette. You cannot look at this palette and not see beauty. Like, it's just stunning. It's a piece. We'll talk more about it. I can't even pronounce the names at this moment. I have to do research before even talking to y'all about this palette, and I have not done that yet. That's the final look. I'm going to put a lip on and come back. So what I wanted to do is, y'all know me. I'm gonna pick a shade and I'm gonna put it on my face. That's how I get down. I wanted to use this copper shade as like a highlight slash blush, and unfortunately that was not popping up on the melanin, not even a lick of anything. So I don't know, maybe the brush was too big. I would need maybe a smaller brush to, I don't know, it just wasn't showing up on the skin. I felt like this look required a little bit of hair in my face. Excuse my freedom braids. They were still wet. So that's the final look. That's look number 1. I loved this so very much. Here we are, flash test. Oh, like the sparkle, babe. The sparkle. You know how people say like wedding palettes? Like, that's what I want to see in a wedding palette. Okay, look 2. I was really excited about this. More Juvia's Place. This is the blushed rose. And we're going to start with that shade right there. Put that all up in the crease. Deepen it with the darkest shade in the palette. I'm going to do a full-on cut crease. So I'm going into my Beauty Creations, the Corpse Bride. This is a cream contour palette. I'm going to go into the white and cut the crease with that. Blend the outer corner with that pink. And then I'm going to use both of those shades. I'm going to use the pink to blend from the outer corner inward. Yeah, so this look, not my favorite. I pulled the Juvia's Place because I look at that palette and I see mauve, but it truly is a pink-ass palette. Like, it's pink as hell. It's called the Blush Rose, but I look at it and I see mauve, but the shades, they're not true to pan. Then I'm going to use the marble to blend the pink out. As you can see, this is a very glowy lid. It's giving light bulb. The light is on. I'm going to go into this Morphe palette and just grab the white just to brighten the inner corner. I took inspiration from a Pinterest picture. I'll put it up on the screen. The pink should have been softer. I should have been using mauves, and these were just straight up pinks. So the look didn't turn out the way I wanted it to. I was using that highlighter, or I am using the highlighter just to overlay the white. I actually regret my use of white in this look. I just wish it was pinker. I should have just went straight up pink than using the white. I used the same pink shimmer in the eyebrows. Blending. Yeah, I should have used the pink out of my Danessa Myricks Blooming Romance instead of cutting the crease with white. I feel like it's too stark of a difference. I would have preferred monochrome here. So here I am staring, trying to figure out if I like it or not. If I'm doing all that, that means I don't like it. So trying to make myself like it. But I like how glowy it is. I just don't like the color choices. Final look. Took my braids out. When my braids come out, initially my head looks like a mop. So, excuse. Final look. And then we're going to go into the bathroom. The light was coming into my bathroom, so I couldn't even flash test for y'all. And then the cream contour was creasing. Hated my eyelashes. But the shimmer is fine. It's glowy. It's pretty. It's giving maturity, what I would expect from Lancôme. Okay, look 3. I am back. I was off nursing my skin. I'm not completely healed yet, but I'm better. I'm using Danessa Groundworks Defining Neutrals just for the outer corner here. We're going to do something simple. Going to do a couple of those warm tone mattes in the outer corner and the crease. And then I'm going to throw one of the shimmers from the Lancôme palette on the lid. Doing all my blending and whatnot. Even though I picked out the warm shades from Danessa's palette, I feel like it all ended up looking pretty neutral. Just to add a bit of toastiness, I went into the shade called Harvest, which is exactly what it sounds like a really toasty, nutty, warm shade. And I was like trying to overlay, but it didn't really go warm. And as I'm wearing this right now, this just looks very neutral, which I'm not mad at, but that's not what I wanted. Now we're going into the Lancôme palette. This is the last shade that I haven't really used yet. And I'm just putting that copper shade all over the lid. I saved this one for last because I am not a copper fan. But this actually ended up being really pretty. I ended up using my finger because it going on felt a little crusty and dry. So I kind of went in with my finger and I love the payoff. I think it's really pretty. And again, someone that's not really into that tone, I think it looks great on me. I went into the marble shade to highlight my brow, and I'm also going to use that shade to highlight my face. Spoiler, my 2 favorite shades in the palette are the green and this marble shade. They're really pretty. I'm going to go ahead and set the face. After I do that, I'm going to go off camera and do a lip and do my hair, and I'll be back. This is the final look. I'm going to show you guys up close in the bathroom with the flash lights on, but this is such a pretty wearable look. I love it. I love it. I love it. It's so cute. Again, I don't like copper, but I loved how this turned out. And here we go in the bathroom. That's so pretty. I really like that color against my complexion. Again, I'm funny about coppers and rose golds, but this is probably one of the prettiest ones that I have. Like, that's gorgeous. That's really pretty. Nice. Yeah, catch y'all for the wrap up. Hey, gorgeous people. Let's talk about the pack. I hope this lighting isn't weird, because this is what neurodivergency, not wanting to turn the big light, looks like. So, yeah, let's talk about the palette. This is the Lancôme X Louvre palette. I hope you guys enjoyed the 3 looks. This is my 3rd look. I've been wearing this all day long, and it's actually wearing beautiful. I love this look. It's very pretty. I enjoy it. I loved looking at the lid shade all day. It's really pretty. Now, I did a lot of research for this palette. This palette requires a lot of research, and I'm not sure if I want to get into the info or the palette first. I mean, you've seen me use it 3 times. So let's put on our thinking caps. Let's grab a pen and a paper, and let's experience the beautiful intellectualism that comes baked into this little tiny makeup product. It's very, very cool and right up my alley. So Lancôme X Louvre. Now, Lancôme is a French house, French makeup house. Louvre is one of the largest and most famous museums located in Paris, France. So notable features of the museum is the entrance is a glass pyramid. So I'm assuming that that is what this pyramid is, with an image of the statue, and we'll get more into the statue in a minute. Okay, if you see me looking down, I'm looking down at my notes. I took a lot of notes, and it was actually really fun researching for this. Y'all know this is my favorite part of my 3 looks videos, is coming back to talk about the palette. And this one is very special because I love a palette that makes you do your Googles. It's just me being a nerd and loving makeup. It's just merging two things that make me very happy together. So this is very special. Another notable thing about the Louvre Museum is that the Louvre houses the Mona Lisa, which is one of the most famous paintings ever. So yeah, that's the Louvre. Now, this palette in particular, they niche down and they specify the Richelieu wing. So this is called the Richelieu wing palette. Now within the museum, there's 3 wings. Richelieu is one of 3. And I think they say that the Richelieu is like the most chill of them all. I think the Mona Lisa is in the Denton. Yeah, the Mona Lisa is in the Denton wing. So Denon, my bad, in the Denon wing. So that one's really busy. So if you're social anxious, like I can be sometimes, the Richelieu is where you can chill out and it won't be as like turned up as the Denon or the Sully wing. So again, Richelieu is one of 3 main wings within the Louvre, alongside the Denon and the Sully wing. It's named after a Cardinal Richelieu, and we'll talk about him shortly. And he's a prominent figure in 17th century France. Iconic works are displayed in the Cour Marly and Cour Puget. We'll discuss them more later, which are glass-covered courtyards filled with natural light. And as I have it dimly lit in here, I love natural light. I think it's one of the most beautiful wonders. Let's not even get me started. So I just think that that's amazing that a lot of the museum is lit naturally. It's an open space. I keep my apartment open. There's a lot of areas in my home that have no curtains. People think that's so weird, but I like that. I like openness and transparency. I think it's beautiful. So yeah. These are all my notes, by the way. Within the Richelieu wing, they display lavish European decorative arts like royal furniture, ceramics, tapestries, etc. So decor. I love decor. I've come into my own with decor as I've gotten older. I've learned what I like, and it's so beautiful to kind of come into your own and being able to express yourself in your space. So that's beautiful. Oh, and I also love a museum. I love art. That's what led me to this palette. There's also artifacts in the Richelieu wing. The Richelieu wings, like I said earlier, the Richelieu wing provides a quieter, less crowded experience compared to the Denon wing, where the Mona Lisa is. So I learning all of that, I wanted to learn more about who the wing was named after, and all history is Black history. So I had to connect it to my people in one way or another. I'm actually of Haitian descent, and Haitians are intertwined with French history. So I wanted to see how they connect. So Cardinal Richelieu was a French clergyman and statesman who served as the chief minister to King Louis XIII from 1624 until his death in 1642. During Richelieu's tenure, France began expanding its colonial empire in the Americas and Africa. The exploitation of non-European people and the beginnings of the transatlantic slavery occurred under policies that he helped shape. Yeah. Let's go more into the palette now. So the box is gorgeous. I love black and gold together. Ooh, it looks so good. It looks gorgeous. All of this is so beautiful. Like, I'm gonna have such a hard time getting rid of the box, but I think I need to because it takes up a lot of space and the palette is not that big. It's packaged beautifully. This is the palette. I think I'm gonna use the box for something else. Can I take this foam out? I think I'm gonna try to repurpose this box. In here is just a beautiful pamphlet. Okay, this is the palette. We'll get more into it. It has like the corner of an image of a statue. Same here with the pamphlet. And if you open the pamphlet up, we see the entire statue, which we will discuss shortly. It's actually really pretty, and I would frame it and like hang it up, but I have a rule in my home about European art, so I will display it, but I do think it's beautiful. And then in the back is also gorgeous. This is cute branding, cute Louvre. More information. This gives you information in French and English about the statue, which adorns the palette. And it shows you exactly where in the museum this particular statue is. So it's stunning. It's stunning, beautifully done. I can like stack it like that. All right, so about the statue. It's Corinne Edmé Etienne Francois Gould. My cousin's last name is Etienne. So it's a sculpture of Corinne, which is a Greek poetess of the 5th century BC. It's presented in Cœur, which is one of the glass-covered courtyards within the Richelieu wing. The palette was created by Lisa Eldridge and is inspired by the spectacular light of the location, making every shade shine. I quote, "We believe that beauty reflects your own light, make it shine." And we're gonna talk about Miss Eldridge in a second. But before we do, let's hop into the palette, talk about the shades, and then we'll talk about Lisa. Oh, beautiful square, beautiful art, purchased for the art. In the back, ooh, sorry, it's reflective. Branding, the name of the palette, the layout of the palette, and the names of each shade. And this was made in Italy. Now, component-wise, I'm not impressed at all. At all, honestly. Open it up. This is how it opens. This is how it is. I didn't even take off my mirror sticker because I don't know. I'm upset that it doesn't. Let me show y'all something. Real quick. You see my Mario palette? How much did this cost? Did it retail for? $68? Whatever. She got a little weight on her. She's she's sturdy. Like she does, I don't want to say she feels expensive, but she's substantial. She is what she is. You know what I mean? Matte. She feels like what she is. And when I open her up, oh, look at how that mirror is back like that. Look at how I can, oh, look how I can get up in there. Do what I gotta do. That's the kind of stuff that I pay attention to and the kind of stuff that I pay for. I'm extremely detail oriented. Just saying. Now, with this component, it's simply an L. I cannot bend this back any more than it is. I mean, let me go ahead and take it off because, oh, and that's sucky that I wish the branding stayed on, but it comes off with the thingy. It is a good mirror though. And I guess I can. I'm being weirdo. I guess I can work in the mirror. It's a big enough mirror, and I take it back. Anyway, so in here you get 5 shades, 2 brushes. I have not used these brushes. You get one of the double-ended, oh no, it's one double-ended, you know what they are. Oh, the spongy applicators. One is like really tiny, you can get up in where you need it to go, and then the other one is standard. They're actually really cute. And then the other has a standard applicator and an actual brush. That's nice. I'm not going to use them because they're too tiny, but that's nice. Okay, let's talk about the shades. And I'm actually going to swatch for y'all. So in here, there is also, the image is embossed within the shades. And this color story is very simple, straight to the point. It's giving earth, natural, you know? Yeah, really nice, classic, classy color story. So this big shade here is called Richelieu Gallery Light. Now, architecturally, the Richelieu Gallery features a long corridor with large windows that flood with natural light. Now, if you were listening to me in my second look, which is when I used these 2 shades, and I was like, it's giving light bulb, it's giving light. That was before I even did the research and kind of knew what Louvre was about. And when I hear that it has so much natural light coming into the museum, Lisa handled business, because this kind of reflects that. This kind of reflects a beaming light. Like, so this big shade is intended to be a highlighter. It's a very pale pink. I'm gonna swatch everything for you, but very pale, I guess, kind of like champagne, if you will. Pretty. Yeah, that's not a highlighter for me, but I make use of shades like this. I find ways to use them. So yeah, this, it kind of sucks for me that this big old shade is big as it is, and it's not my favorite shade in the palette, but yeah. So that's Richelieu Gallery Light and is the highlighter. Next we have Coeur Puget Peridot. So obviously this is a peridot color. Now if you look, I probably shouldn't have took the thing off the mirror. If you can see, like, the green kind of flips to like this like witchy dark purple. It's stunning. I mentioned that It is my favorite shade in the palette. It's so beautiful. I'm trying to see if you can catch that purple flip. It's a very subtle flip. It's not indie multi-chrome, but I love this green. One of the most beautiful greens I have in my collection at this time, and I did not expect that coming out of this palette. It's so sparkly. I can see the purple shift. It's hard to catch on camera, and again, it is very subtle, but it's there and it's pretty. I did not expect that. So the name makes sense. So Coeur Puget is one of the glass courtyards within this Richelieu wing, and it just sounds so beautiful. Glass covered courtyard. And of course, peridot is a green gemstone. So stunning. This shade, Coeur Carré Copper Light. Coeur Carré means square court. So obviously this court is in the shape of a square, like this palette. Is this a square? I will have to measure this. I don't think it's a perfect square, but it looks like it. Not my things coming out. So this is the copper shade. Coeur Carré Copper Light. I was very worried about this because y'all saw in the first look I tried to use it as highlighter and it was not showing up on me, but that's what I have all over the lid today, and it's very beautiful. It's a very, I think it looks really good on my skin tone, and I don't know, it's like a cross between, it's cool tone, so that's why I like it. Okay, so it has, it's so different than anything I've seen before. Like, I don't own anything from Lancôme, and we'll talk more about Lancôme later, but it has sparkle in there, but the sparkles don't sparkle. They don't glitter and dance. So I think it would be very good for like a mature skin that doesn't want glitter and dancing, you know? So it's a very special shade. I like it a lot. Like, this look I can wear every day, and I don't think I could get bored with it because I really like how this looks. Like, I really like how this color looks against my skin. Super pretty. I have other coppers in my collection that I just don't like, so this was a surprise for me, but that's stunning. Next shade is Coeur Marly Marble, and Coeur Marly is another one of the glass courtyards, and this along with the green is one of my favorite shades in the palette. Oh, wrong finger. I shouldn't have done it. That was a green finger. It's like a white gold. Oh, it's so pretty. I've been using it in my brows and to highlight my face. It's very pretty. Everything feels very smooth and not gritty at all. I know I mentioned when I was putting this on, it kind of felt a little gritty putting it on with the brush. But look at how this has lasted all day. And y'all know my makeup crease is bad. But with the primer, with a good primer, it's not gonna budge. It's gonna stay put like the expensive palette that it is. So yeah, love that shade. These two are my favorite. I keep mentioning it. This one and this one are my favorite. Then we have this very cool toned baby pink. And this is called the Royal Palace Pink. So the Louvre Palace is the historic building in Paris that houses the museum. Before it was the museum, it was the Royal Palace and residence of French monarchs. So this is called Royal Palace Pink. And I'm trying to clean the index off. And I did use this in the pink look, which I intended to be a mauve look, but it didn't come out how I wanted it to. I know I'm in a dark room. I know y'all can't see. And that's like a cool tone. This is what I think looks the glowiest. Like, oh, I forgot to mute the TV. Pink, glowy. Let me hold up the swatches. How pretty. Gorgeous. Let me go talk to you. So, like I said, this is a really pretty neutral, natural palette. I had a really good time pairing this with different mattes in my collection. It was really fun, and I look forward to keep doing it. Like, okay, so I am happy I did pick this up. I had been kind of stalking this palette ever since I seen Lauren, is it Laura or Lauren May Beauty? I watch her from time to time. I like to watch like her when she's organizing and decluttering. And I've seen her mention this on her channel a couple of times, and I was like, damn, it's beautiful. Like, I appreciate beauty in all forms. And this is just a stunning piece of makeup. Like, you cannot deny that it's gorgeous. But it's Lancôme. This is last year's Christmas palette from Lancôme, and it retails for $89. And I had been watching it, like, it will go down to like 60 something, 70 something, and I knew that Macy's always does something really good for Black Friday, so I waited till Black Friday and it got down to like 53, and I was okay with that, so I picked it up, and I think it's nice. I don't own anything from Lancôme. I know that I'm not Lancôme's target audience. It's nice. I see that who it's for. I can make it work within my creativity as well. I enjoy it. It's nice. I think the artistry is baked into the price, and I'm willing to give it a pass there. But I think, I don't know how the luxury babes do it, because sometimes, like, if we're just talking about formula, sometimes these formulas, I don't think need the price tag that they have on them. I understand the pricing for this because I think this is stunning, and I don't put a price on beauty and creativity. But they just did another Christmas palette. I think it's 6 pans this time, and there's like a pop of royal blue in there, and it's just so basic. I think it's the same price. I think it's just like, I don't know, definitely not marketed for me, not for me and my aesthetics, but I can appreciate nonetheless, and happy to own. The $89 price tag, I can't justify. This also led to me trying to learn more about Lisa Eldridge. She's so loved and respected in the community, and I don't know much about her either. She also doesn't market to me, and that's fine. I understand brands having identity, and you know, it is what it is. So I just don't know much about Lisa. I am in community with a lot of creators that do really enjoy her artistry and put her on a pedestal, and I took this opportunity to learn more about her artistry, because this is creative mastery right here. taking the beauty from an art museum and then condensing it down to a makeup item and having that item reflect the beauty of that museum, I gotta give her her flowers, because that's just beautiful within itself. The creativity within that is beautiful within itself. So I have to give her her flowers, and I took the opportunity to learn a little bit more about her. So Lisa is a British makeup artist, a creative director, and entrepreneur known for her artistry, expertise, and signature natural yet glamorous makeup looks. And I love that. Even though y'all know I like to fool around with color, at the end of the day, I love skin tone. I love natural things. So I respect her artistry. Her notable clients, notable to me, ones that I thought were cool, were Kate Winslet. I love me some Kate. And Dua Lipa. I love Dua. She was the global creative director of Lancôme from 2015 to 2022. And while there, she shaped product development and campaigns. She established her own makeup line, Lisa Eldridge Beauty, in 2018. And per my Googles, her notable products are her lip product and her seamless skin foundation. Now, I've heard people love her lipsticks. I know people love her lipsticks. I've seen like those orb-shaped foundations. And I've also heard, like, just from being in the community, people really enjoy her little 6-pan palettes. All of them look adorable. I would wear all of them. Except I think she has a all pink one. That would be the only one that I wouldn't care for. But that's just only because I have pinks that I like. But everything else, I'd be down to try. The packaging is beautiful. The color stories look beautifully curated. And I can see that she has a unique creative vision, and it's beautiful. And I loved this opportunity to learn a little bit more about her. Yeah, so that's it. I don't really have anything to compare this to. I don't own anything by Lancôme. I remember when Tante Idole first started getting popular, and I remember I used to work at Lenox Mall in Atlanta, so I was surrounded by all the counters. So I went to a Lancôme counter, like trying to get matched for Tante Idole, but I have dry skin. It was like absolute no. So I never like looked at Lancôme ever since then. But now that I'm older and I know more about makeup and how to make makeup work for me, I'd be down to try Tante Idole. Is it Tante Idole? Is that what it's called? If it's not, I'll put it. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The cult classic Lancôme foundation. I'd be down to give it a try. It has a cult following. The formula is loved and respected among some. I think Jackie Aina talks about that one all the time. Like, it's loved by so many people. So yeah, the only other thing from Lancôme I would like to try is their mascaras. I want to try the Monsieur Big and the Idole, I think. The one with that bent thingy. So yeah, I intend to try those mascaras, but other than that, it's not really a brand for me. I'm a little bit more edgier, spicier. I'm not so much into the, you know, natural, but like I said, I appreciate natural beauty, and this look is actually my favorite of the 3 that I did, and that's it. I don't have much to say about it. I'm happy to have it. It's a piece of art. Like, this is going to be all over my vanity area being displayed. I'm going to find a way to use the box. I'm going to find different ways to use that as art. It will be, because I really like the copper shade, it will be sad to start like making a dent in that shade, because the pans are art within themselves. But I mean, I buy the makeup to use it. So yeah. So that's it. I'm manifesting myself a makeup desk. I want to expand my makeup area so much. So, you know, hopefully I have more room to like display my stuff and use my stuff more. But This was really fun to do. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you on my next one. If you like this, please make sure to like, sub, and comment, and I will see you later.